Klar? Wow! Sådan. Jeg ved det. Roligt nu.
Men det er selvfølgelig det, der gør. Åh, lækkert.
Jeg ved ikke, hvor tyk de skal være. Det er nok fint.
Sådan!
Så op.
Ej, hvor
Var det godt! Ja, hvor det fint!
det er godt.
Det var det.
Se, skat. Det var det, jeg lavede. Så holder jeg ham bare. Du fører den bare på.
Ja.
Jamen, det var næsten lidt for lidt.
Jamen, vi kan ikke gøre det om. Det er umuligt at ramme mere. Ej, men det gør vi, hvis vi fortsætter.
Nu kan jeg slet ikke se noget.
Nej, det er fint. Så op. Nej.
Wow!
Godt arbejde. Cutesy. Ja, det ligner altså mere en alien, end det ligner...
Ja, den er vel ikke så god, den der.
Nej, det er aldrig med en sommersat der, fordi så...
viser den heller aldrig. Men jeg vil så til gengæld sige, at hvis du så får et net... Nej, er den kommet på film? Det gad jeg da godt være med. Den der Hail Mary. Nej, den bliver god, mand. Den... Jamen, Det brækkede dem op. Jeg havde jo også smurt dem ind i rapsolie før. Jeg lavede mel. Nej, der er nok heller ikke noget at gøre ved det. Jeg skal nok også prøve at se, om jeg kan stoppe med at gå op i det. Fuldstændig nærmest ikke dernede, det vil nok gøre godt. Men hvor hun bare sidder og lyver, og så 3 måneder siger hun det. I just had this one auto leveling floor sack of cement lying around, and of course it wasn't enough. Had it been a smooth surface I was applying it to, maybe, but this one is so uneven because it's a screed floor that it's not enough. Luckily, as I've pointed out a couple of times with this basement, it doesn't need to be perfect and beautiful. It's just going to be a heating room and a room for the washer. So not ideally, but obviously in absence of a better solution, I'll apply it in 2 rounds. It'll be alright.
fanger bare desværre ikke rigtig op. Jeg flytter bare rodet.
Ja. Har du så ikke set noget ned til storskab?
Jo, masser.
Mm.
Pretty much a completely different room when all of my mess gets out of the way. And I got a suggestion 4 videos ago or more, I think, to try to explain more what the planning are for the house, how we're gonna like design it and furnish it, and where's the bathroom gonna be, where's the kitchen. So I'm gonna try to explain that now, possibly put some drawings in the video in some cool way if I can figure it out. But here you gotta imagine, behind me I'm gonna have 2 meters from this wall, approximately here is gonna be the bathroom here. Shower here in this corner of the bathroom, and then the door here, and then table and sink here, and the toilet in the corner. So you can always, while you're doing your thing, see what's going on in our little village, which is nice. So that's pretty much the bathroom, I think. And I'm gonna use this I found this old stone sink or whatever it is out here in front of the house. I wanna use that as the sink for the house as well. See if I can figure that out. So that'll be awesome. So that's pretty much this room, and then right here we're gonna have our sort of bedroom. And on top of the bathroom is going to be our office up here, and I'm thinking I might want to go out a little bit and then support it, so have an overlap like on the other loft. This one is going to be very low because there's a law here in Italy that a bathroom needs minimum 2.5 meters height until to the ceiling. So it's going to be at least for me, because I'm pretty tall, it's not going to be a room with too much headspace up here. So a sitting office, but with some cool designing and some cool space optimizing ideas. I think it's going to be a cool spot to sit and edit my videos with the natural light. And there's also, through the skylight windows, a nice view to our neighbor house. So this is going to be a mixture of a lot of things. You have the kitchen is going to be all the wall against the windows, so a nice big stove like we have in the old part, so I can do all my cooking and baking. A better oven which can go to at least 300 degrees. I think that would take my baking to the next level, and possibly with steam, we'll see. So gotta imagine all that wall. Kitchen, I think we have this nice friend here. She built sort of her kitchen from concrete, raw concrete, and then shelves inside. But I'm gonna try to do cupboards on the concrete, so like it doesn't accumulate so much dust, and also so I'm not just copying her. And Hans is really gonna be in that grabbing phase, so it's gonna be nice to get all the kitchen utilities sealed off so he can't go inside them, and mainly for the cleaning as well. Yeah, so I'm thinking just the normal distance, 60 centimeters between the cupboards, maybe a little bit more to make it funky and not so perfectly perfect, but might as well just go 60 because, and then yeah, try to use some of the old wood from the roof to make the kitchen as well with the raw concrete look, which I really like. Kitchen there, and then in this corner under the loft here we're gonna have the dining space where we'll put a big table so we can have guests, and the staircase, as you probably guessed, is going to be in that end of the loft. I'm gonna try to make it from the last big beam I have from the old roof. And also again try, if I have enough planks, make chestnut steps as well. So that's gonna go down there. I'm gonna have to figure out the perfect distance. I don't know what to do first. The kitchen, all that might be a good idea with the kitchen first. So you gotta imagine the big trunk, and then I'm gonna do cuttings in, and you have the planks in. So it's gonna be, I think, a pretty cool looking staircase. And the loft, I think we're gonna have our television. Not that we do that anymore with Hans, but so we have the option at some point, and then either we buy a sofa or I build one myself that also can be a bed, so we can have guests. Not that it would be attractive to be our guest in the near future with a baby waking you up in the night, but I think that's about it. I hope it gives you an idea of what we're gonna turn the two old stables here into. I completely forgot to do that after I finished giving the last finishing coat of plaster, but it was easy to dry off. Luckily it was not anything that sucked into the wood, the white color. That's great. It's a nice finish. I like it. I finished putting up studs, which is a good milestone, I think. And yeah, pretty much ready for installation, but first I want to do all the installation cables behind the studs. It's a good thing about putting up an insulation layer. I don't have to dig out channels in the actual wall. That would be painstaking work, so it should be pretty much easy peasy. It's actually again the decisions about where the power outlets will be and the light switches and stuff, but I'll figure it out. I think I'm about ready to begin with it. I've done a little bit of research here and there. I've tried to clean the two stables up as best as possible thus far. I of course still need some tools to do the next couple of projects, but it is because the plumber will begin very soon. I hopefully think, or in a month or so, but those deadlines keep moving. But it's the same everywhere, like construction projects, they rarely get done on time, so they have some other projects to finish before they can start here. But I definitely have that to look forward to. But the space really feels different when it's moved out, and I tried to sort of tell you about the plans for the 2 rooms, bathroom in here and kitchen in there, but so I hope it gave a little bit of perspective. The images I got AI to design are not too good, but it gives a little bit of a picture, I guess. I'm not the big graphical designer. I thought it in my head it would be better, but gives an idea. And I of course did the regular bonsai work and fruit tree pruning with Hans. It's nice to get done with the fruit trees. I sort of imagined that I had already written it off this year, because I've been wanting to prune the fruit trees ever since we took over the house, because they don't really give any fruits. That's why I'm so tough on them, because they have too much foliage, I think, and there's not too much water in the ground during summer. I think that's why the harvest is so bad. So yeah, that's why I'm pruning them so hard. They don't give any fruit anyways, and they're very hard to pick because they're so tall. The very small and bad fruits that has been in the past. So yeah, and I got to clean out the other basement a little bit, and I put a finishing layer of self-leveling cement on the basement floor down there, which gets me one step closer being ready to for the plumbers down there. I just have to patch up some holes here and there with the rough plaster, and then afterwards I think I'm gonna do a layer of the white one on the wall where the heating stove and the puffer tank is gonna be, so that wall is at least done and looks pretty good. So that'll probably be next week. Not much else to say then. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.